Hello everybody, welcome to Simmons Field in Kenosha, Wisconsin for Game 2 of this Wednesday doubleheader between the Traverse City Pittsburghers and the Kenosha Kingfish. Kenosha has taken the first 2 games of a 4-game series. They won last night 9-7, fighting off a furious Traverse City comeback. And they won Game 1 earlier today, the only runs that were scored on one swing of the bat. Playing first base for Kenosha in this game, Jacob Tobias hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. That was the only swing that produced a run as they won Game 2 4-0. Now they take a 1-game lead in the standings on Traverse City. Kenosha at 9-7, Traverse City at 8-8. Kenosha is 1.5 games back of Battle Creek. Traverse City 2.5 games back of the Battle Jacks, who continue to roll this season in their first year as the Battle Jacks since they rebranded from the Bombers. They are making the case as the team to beat in the Northwoods League, at least in the East Division. It is baseball time here. Traverse City sporting a similar lineup to Game 1, but they are sliding in some new names for this game. Guys that played last night and had Game 1 of the doubleheader off, including the leadoff hitter, Christian Beal. The center fielder from Richmond takes a first pitch ball, and we are underway. Beal got Game 1 off as Marshall Toole took over in center field for him. He skies one to right, shallow towards the bullpen, and a little foul. The right fielder McCoy, first baseman Tobias, second baseman Council all racing over, but no one could get there. Beal was 2 for 3 with a pair of singles in the loss last night. Was on base 3 times with a walk. His final at bat was a sacrifice bunt. Beal's having a great start to his season with Traverse City. The senior from Richmond's hitting .421 through 5 games. Has a hit in all 5 he's played. The last 3 games he's played all multiple hits. 2 hits in the last 3 games. 1-1 here. Ball outside. Will Baker, the starting pitcher for the Kenosha Kingfish. Baker is a left-hander from Coastal, Alabama. Deals a high fastball, and Beal swings and misses. Baker's first appearance went 4 1/3, but 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 of those earned. His last 2 appearances, both 3 innings against Battle Creek, and did not allow a run to score. 2-2, Beal fights one off, sends it out of play down the right side, over the seats. A good leadoff hitter, Marshall Toole, who was the leadoff hitter in Game 1 and had a great game. He gets pushed to the 4 spot in this one. 2-2 again, Beal to third. Off the chest of Dallas. Long throw, and Christian Beal going down the first base side was losing his footing, tripping, still able to make it to first base safely. He took a tumble after he got to the first base bag. He's able to beat it out. Beal reaches on an error on the third baseman. So Beal started off the game last night, reached base on a single. Marshall Toole started the game earlier today with a single. Beal gets on an error. So Traverse City has started games with the leadoff guy on base. They converted Beal. Got him in yesterday in the first inning to take that early lead. Didn't convert in the first today. Marshall Toole did not score. They did not score a single run, left 8 runners on base throughout the game. 6 of those in scoring position. Jake Smallwood, the batter. Smallwood will be doing the catching in this one. He was a designated hitter in Game 1. He was the catcher last night. Smallwood had 1 of Traverse City's 5 hits in game 1 of the doubleheader. 2-0 the count to Jake. He takes a strike, fastball in the outside corner. Lefty-lefty matchup. Traverse City is only going to be sporting 3 true lefties in the lineup against the lefty Baker. Between their other 5 hitters, or 6 hitters, 5 of them are right-handers, and Camden Traficante is a switch hitter, so he'll be batting right-handed. 3 balls and a strike to Smallwood. Beal off of first after the leadoff error. 3-1 pitch is a strike called on Smallwood. He thought it was ball 4 high. It gets called for a strike. The 3-man umpire crew rotates every game. So Paul Hess behind the plate. Jack Berry, who was behind the plate in game 1, is over at third. Steve Bartelstein, who was the home plate umpire last night, at first. 3-2 pitch to Smallwood, and he fouls it off of himself, bounced off the dirt, and then hit him. Then we'll get a new full count pitch. Smallwood, a sophomore from the University of Montevallo, hitting .294 on the season, has hits in 5 straight games. 3-2 from Baker again, and Smallwood takes it inside, actually hit him on the hand. It's a well, the home plate umpire, Paul Hess, said it was the knob of his bat. Immediately, though, the first base umpire, Steve Bartelstein, came in to say, no, it hit him on the elbow. So Bartelstein at first base taking charge and making the call. Paul Hess thought it went off of the knob of Smallwood's bat, and Smallwood was trying to go down to first. Hess paused him, saying it was a foul ball, but Bartelstein at first saw the whole play, and he said it went off the elbow. He came in and made the right call. So it's first and second for Traverse City. No one out. A good batter up at the plate, Colin Summerhill, the DH, facing a lefty. A big power bat. First pitch in this AB takes outside for a ball. Summerhill has hits in his last 3 games. His average at .286. Has 3 extra base hits his last 2 games. A double in game 1, or a double last night, and 2 doubles against Rockford on Monday. And he gets a 2-0 count here against Baker, as the Pittsburghers are looking to put up a good amount of runs here in the first, trying to get out to a quick lead. 2-0 pitch to Summerhill. Baker deals. Summerhill takes for a strike on the outside corner. Good take by Summerhill, even though it's a strike on 2-0. Looking for something more over the plate. He'll take an outside corner fastball for a strike to try and get something better to hit. Here on 2-1. Baker deals, and Summerhill on a similar pitch fouls it off. Went back to the outside corner. Now the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Summerhill in last night's game, just 1 for 5. He struck out 3 times. So he'll be looking to put a ball in play and avoid striking out in his first at-bat. The 2-2 runners go. Summerhill takes for a ball, and it's a double steal. Beal takes third. Smallwood takes second. Double steal works to perfection. Beal, the speedster, got a great jump, and Smallwood followed suit. So now a base hit could score 2 runs. It's a 3-2 full count to Summerhill. Pitch from Baker. Kicks, deals. Summerhill into center. Dropping, it's going to fall in for a base hit. Coming home is Beal. The ball got through the glove of Stinson, and now the cutoff throw gets through the first baseman Tobias. Summerhill is going to advance to second base on a sloppy relay throw, and the Traverse City Pittsburghers strike first. RBI single from Summerhill, scores 1. Smallwood over at third. And like I said, Summerhill took second on a sloppy relay throw that got away from Tobias. And there's still runners on third and second. Summerhill just switches place. Everyone moves up. 1-0 with Marshall Toole, who's been the best Traverse City hitter in this series, up at the plate. First pitch he takes for a ball. Toole has been the best player all around, offensively and defensively, in this series. Toole has multiple hits in both games of this series. Toole was 2 for 4 last night with a double and a walk, on base 3 times. He was 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a hit by pitch in game 1 earlier today, on base 3 times. Only 1 run scored, though, being on base 6 times in the cleanup spot after his impressive start to the series. And he rips one on the right side. Diving catch made by the second baseman Council to save a run. Going to his left, making a full extension dive to rob Toole of a base hit and the Pittsburghers of another run. Colin Summerhill on second base was going off with that hit, and realizing that ball was getting caught, hustled back to second as to not be doubled off. Great catch by Council at second base. A big out for the Kingfish. Camden Traficante, the hitter now. The switch hitting shortstop from Stetson University. First pitch, he swings. That ball's not getting caught. Into left. 1 run will score. They're waving home Summerhill, and he is in safe with a head-first dive. 2 RBI single for Camden Traficante on the first pitch he sees from the right side. It's 3-0 Traverse City in the first. Summerhill got a good read off the bat and broke for third instantly. Took an aggressive turn around, testing the arm of Mangano out in left field. And he scored pretty easily as the throw was cut off. Now 3-0 in the first inning. Hunter Tabb, the batter, the first baseman. He swings at the first pitch. It knocks the glove off of Baker. He still gets 1, and the return throw by Council to first gets away. So Tabb will reach safely on a fielder's choice, and then a throwing error. The comebacker knocked the glove off of Baker, but he was able to pick up the ball and get Traficante at second base. The return throw, though, a little wild, and allows Hunter Tabb to reach on the fielder's choice. Trey Truitt, the third, the batter here. Truitt was hitless in game 1, had 3 strikeouts. Shows bunt here with 2 outs, so I'm assuming a bunt for a hit. Lefty-lefty matchup here for Truitt, facing Baker. Baker 2 hits here in the inning. It's allowed 3 runs. Truitt takes a ball up and away. And on the 2-0 start to the at-bat, Will Baker's going to be met by Kenosha's pitching coach for a little mound visit. Quick recap while this is going on. Christian Beal led off, reached on an error, hit a grounder to third that was bobbled by the third baseman Dallas. The next batter, Jake Smallwood, hit by a pitch on a full count. Colin Summerhill, he singled on a little blooper to right center field. Marshall Toole, he roped one on the right side, but Council at second made a diving full extension catch to rob Toole of a hit and an RBI, but both those runs would come in anyway. The next batter, Camden Traficante, singled through the left side, scored 2, and then Hunter Tabb avoided a double play. He hit one sharply up the middle off the glove of Will Baker. Got the lead runner at second. The return throw was wide, and that's where we're currently at. 2 straight balls thrown to Truitt, and then the mound visit. And we're back for baseball here. Truitt, the 7th batter here in the inning. 2-0 pitch from Baker. Truitt takes low. Now 3 balls and no strikes. Likely get a take sign. Just take the pitch. Maybe work another walk. 3-0 from Will Baker. Deals inside on Trey Truitt, and he will walk down to first. Traverse City taking advantage of their opportunities here. They went 9 innings in game 1 without a run. They have 3 runs in the first so far. Still more runs out there. First and second, 2 outs for Ariel Garcia, the third baseman from Miami. First pitch swinging, comes up empty. Garcia hit .306 in the spring with the Hurricanes. He only started in 14 games, but he appeared in 36, including a start in Game 2 of the NCAA Regional. Tabb takes off for third. The throw goes to second. Truitt is in safely. It's another double steal for the Pittsbitters. Both safe. Tabb got a fantastic read on Baker and took off for third. The catcher Collier tried to get Truitt behind at second and was unsuccessful. Now a base hit from Garcia could plate 2 more, but he has an 0-2 count. 0-2 from Will Baker. And he catches the outside corner. Ariel Garcia down on strikes. Doesn't agree with the call. A couple stranded, but the Pittsbitters send 8 batters to the plate. In the first, they score 3 runs, up 3-0. Going to the bottom of the first inning here on Pittsbitters Radio. Welcome back to Pittsbitters Radio. Bottom of the first, Traverse City up 3-0 on 2 hits, a walk, a hit by pitch, and an error in the top half. RBI single by Colin Summerhill. And a 2 RBI single by Camden Traficante have them up early. 3 runs of support before even touching the mound. Joe Horoszko, a returner from last year, who is a typical reliever, but because of the doubleheader, Josh Rebant, the manager, wants to keep his guys on a regular schedule, so wanting to give his pitchers the necessary days of rest instead of games. For game 2, not going with Nate Blaine, who is next in the rotation. He'll pitch tomorrow against the Wisconsin Woodchucks in Wausau. Going with Horoszko, who made last time he made a start, he pitched a complete game, only gave up 1 earned run against the Madison Mallards in the Great Lakes Finals in the playoffs. In Turtle Creek Stadium, they won that game 6-2 to win the Great Lakes. And representing the Great Lakes, they went to St. Cloud and beat the Rocks in the Northwoods League title game by a score of 9-3. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Horoszko deals, swinging and a miss. Down goes Taylor Darden on strikes to open up the Kingfish first. Look at Horoszko's season so far. He's pitched a full game in 4 appearances. 4 games out of the bullpen, 9 innings. He has a 7 earned run average, and that's mostly in part due to a performance against Battle Creek on June 4th. Pitched 2/3 of an inning, gave up 3 hits and 2 walks. 4 runs came across. He got a no decision. Was in line for the loss until Traverse City came back to tie it in the 9th and send it to extras, where they would lose 6-5. His last appearance, 4 innings out of the bullpen against the Kalamazoo Growlers. 4 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, 2 runs, and 3 strikeouts in a 6-4 Traverse City win. He picked up the win for that game. Facing James McCoy here. McCoy was out of the lineup in game 1 of the doubleheader. McCoy back in the lineup here. Count to him, 2 balls and a strike. McCoy from Kentucky, University of Kentucky, has a .320 average here in the season through 14 games. Mainly in part due to having 2 4-hit games, one June 8th against Rockford, June 10th against Battle Creek. Works himself into a full count as Horoszko misses high with an off-speed pitch. Hits in his last 2 starts against Wisconsin Rapids and then Traverse City last night. Was 1 for 4 last night with a triple. Full count pitch from Horoszko. Bat goes flying into the stands as he strikes out. It is bark in the park night. There are dogs in there. That bat was headed right towards a dog on the concourse. The bat just went flying out of McCoy's hands onto the concourse. Luckily, everyone's okay. Didn't hit anybody. And Horoszko has his 2nd strikeout. Two up, 2 down. Ian Collier now the batter, the catcher. He caught last night for Kenosha. Collier was 1 for 3 in the win. A single. He walked twice as well, but didn't score any runs. His teammates, though, did all the heavy lifting. 9 runs, won 9-7. 1-0. He takes a high strike around the top of the zone. Ball and a strike to Collier. Jacob Tobias on deck. He has a home run in each game of the series. So Horoszko going to try to get Collier and avoid facing Tobias with men on base. Paints a fastball in the outside corner. Ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch from Horoszko. Tries to go back to the outside corner and misses too far off the plate. So the count evens at 2-2. Collier hits in 4 consecutive games. Time called as an umbrella is blew onto the field in center, but a Kingfish employee got it off the field. Play resumes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 1st inning. And time called again as the gate in left field blew open. Someone's got to go close that. Gate gets closed by, looks like a Kenosha pitcher. Now play resumes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the first inning. Horoszko looking for a 1-2-3. Into the windup. Deals. Hit softly to second. Big hop to Alec Atkinson. Fields tosses to Hunter Tabb. 1-2-3 inning for Horoszko. It's 3-0 Traverse City. After 1, we go to the second here in Kenosha on Pittsburgh's Radio. Welcome back to Pittsburgh's Radio. In Kenosha, 3-0 the lead for the Pittsburghs. They got off to a hot start in the first. The first 3 batters all reached, and they all came around to score to open up the scoring. Here in the second, 9-hole hitter, the only Pittsburgher not to step up to the plate in the first, Alec Atkinson. He will lead off. First pitch to him is outside for a ball. Atkinson loves going after the first pitch in an at-bat, but the first pitch to him in this at-bat was too off the plate for him to even think about going after. Second pitch in the zone, though, so he'll go after that one, and he fouls it straight back. Atkinson, a sophomore from Yale, hitting 173, had 1 hit last night. It was a big RBI double in the 8th inning. Almost had a home run. Narrowly missed it. It hit off the wall, then the ground, then it hit off of the left fielder, and then over the fence for a ground rule double. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Will Baker back to work. The lefty on 1 and 2 into the windup. He deals. Atkinson on the ground to short. Routine play for Darden. Fields and fires on time to Tobias for a first out. Top of the lineup. Coming around for the second time in the second inning. Christian Beal, the center fielder. Reached on an error and then came around to score. Set for his second at-bat. Beal hit one to the third baseman, Dallas. And it took a hop off of the chest. And Dallas couldn't recover in time to get Beal at first. (1-0) to the center fielder from Richmond. Baker windup. Fires outside. And Beal in a 2-0 count. Christian Beal at his third college in 5 years. Was committed, played a year at Miami, Ohio. Then he transferred to Bates College for 3 seasons where he hit .354 in his 3-year career there. And then transferred again to Richmond. This past season, he hit .314 with the Spiders. 2 balls and a strike. Baker wind up. Fastball. Baker to right center. A dive off the glove of McCoy. Beal trying for 2. Dives, and he's in there safely. The right fielder, James McCoy, a full extension dive and went off the end of his glove and kicked away. And with Beal's speed, he was able to turn it into a double and beat the throw from center fielder Parker Stinson backing him up. Beal extends his hit streak, now 6 games, 1 for every game he's played for Traverse City. It brings in Jake Smallwood. Smallwood was hit by a pitch and a full count. Got him on, I think, the elbow. Then he scored on Traficante's single. First pitch takes a fastball for a strike. Smallwood at one point was hitting barely over 200, below 210, somewhere in like the 204, 205 region, and really broke out his average in the last 5 games with 3 multiple hit games. Did have a streak from the June 2nd till June 6th. He had 5 straight games with hits. Then he went 0 for against Kalamazoo on June 8th. Now has a new 5-game hit streak. There's a 1-1 count against Baker in the lefty-lefty matchup. Baker's pitch, Smallwood holds, and it's called ball 2. The fastball just misses. Hitters count at 2-1 for the Montevallo catcher. Beal at second with great speed, so a hit should bring him in. Baker will lift the leg and turn around, check Beal back to second. Beal does have a stolen base. He stole third in the first, a double steal where Jake Smallwood stole second. 2 balls and a strike. Now Baker delivers, and Smallwood was very late on his decision to swing there and kind of did a little half swing through the fastball, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gotta protect the plate. The 2-2 from Baker. Tried to get a chase on a slider, and Smallwood laid off and let it go outside. The count full again. Same count Smallwood had in the first. Baker missed inside and hit Smallwood with the pitch. Would have been ball 4 anyway. And another full count pitch in his second at-bat. Baker kicks the leg, deals, outside, misses the zone. Smallwood down to first base for the second time. A hit by pitch, and now a walk has put together 2 good at-bats, working the count full and getting himself on base. There's the top of the order setting the table here for the middle of the lineup. The big bats in the 3, 4, 5 spots. Summerhill delivered in the first, a little bloop single to right center that fell in front of Stinson and McCoy. Then he came around to score on Traficante's single. First pitch in this at-bat, Summerhill takes a strike on the inside corner. Here in Kenosha, warm day, so the balls will fly a little farther. You had a wind gusting out towards left. It benefits the right-handed hitters and lefties that go opposite field. As Summerhill fouls a fastball off the left side, goes down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes, 0-2. Got to protect the plate. Summerhill has 1 home run this season. He hit it against Kalamazoo on the road in a 12-4 loss. He's a guy that if he can lift one here, short porch and left, can have a home run. 0-2 from Baker. Misses outside, trying to locate a fastball on the outside corner and miss, so it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. See what Summerhill sits on here. There have been times he sits on the breaking ball, other time on the fastball. He sat on the breaking ball with 2 strikes at Kalamazoo. Got it, hit a home run. Here on 1 and 2, with runners on first and second. Double steal again. Summerhill swings and misses, and the throw goes into left field. Christian Beal's going to come home and score. I think they're going to call batter interference on Summerhill. The crew's getting together. Beal scored from third on the overthrow. I think they're going to call Summerhill on batter interference here, which would make Beal out at third. That would end the inning. And that's what they're calling. Batter interference on Colin Summerhill as he swung and missed. And, well, actually, no, they're not ruling Beal out on the interference. They're just sending him back to third. Or are they sending both runners back to where they are? Are they sending back to first and second or third and second? So it's just like the runners never even tried to steal. They're just going back to first and second. I don't know what the call is there. So they just go back to first and second. I have no idea what this umpire crew is doing here. So it's just a strikeout. First and second with 2 outs. Marshall Toole the hitter, and he gets hit by a pitch, so it doesn't even matter that the runners had to go back. First pitch hits Toole, and the bases are going to be loaded with 2 outs for Camden Traficante. But before that, I think we're going to get a pitching change here in the second inning. That is exactly what's happening. A new pitcher in the second inning as the Pittsburghers have loaded the bases here in the second. Baker gave up 3 in the first. He has allowed 3 runners here in the second. They'll all be charged to him if any come in to score. We'll take a quick break and let the pitcher get warm here. Welcome back to Pittsbitters Radio. Here in the second inning, the bases are loaded. There are 2 outs. A new pitcher is into the game for the Kingfish. Another left-handed pitcher. This one, Luke Ellis from the University of Mississippi. First pitch to Camden Traficante. The switch hitter still batting from the right side because the lefty is on the mound. All 3 runs on base. Responsibility of Will Baker. Traff, slow chopper to third. Fielded by Dallas, and the throw in time. A good play on the short hop to field it and then make an accurate throw to Tobias. Inning over. Pittsbitters leave them loaded. We go to the bottom of the second. 3-0 score here in Kenosha on Pittsbitters Radio. Welcome back to Pittsbitters Radio here in Kenosha. 3-0 the score. Traverse City on top. They scored 3 in the first. They had them loaded up in the top half of this second inning and left them loaded. Came in Traficante, grounded out to third to end the inning. They chased the starter Will Baker out after only an inning and 2/3. He got pulled. His final stat line, 3 hits with 2 walks and 2 hit by pitches. And 3 runs all earned, just 2 strikeouts. The new pitcher, Luke Ellis, got the ground out to end the inning. As for Traverse City, Joe Horoszko had a 1-2-3 first with no drama. And as Jacob Tobias stands in, remind you that he already has 2 home runs in the series, both of them out to left field to that little short porch area here at Simmons Field called the Fish Bowl. Hit a homer there last night, a 2-run homer in the first, hit a grand slam here in game 1. In the bottom of the 7th, that one swing produced 4 runs, the only 4 runs scored in the game. Kenosha took game 1 4-0. He's had a good series, had 3 hits yesterday, was hitless until his grand slam in today's game 1. So 4 total hits and 9 at-bats in the series. Has a 2-0 count. Pops one up sky high. Got to be careful with the way the wind's blowing, and Beal backpedal, makes the catch falling down behind him, the wind blowing that ball. But he was able to stick with it and make an acrobatic catch for out number 1. So one away, retired on the fly ball out. The designated hitter, Nick Iannatone, batting now. First pitch from Horoszko. Hits it to left, and it goes foul off the left side into the seats. Iannatone did not play last night. Started game one, went 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Wind howling here at Simmons Field. Count a ball and a strike to Iannatone. Horoszko deals. Iannatone takes a high strike, or high ball, pardon me, a fastball that missed above the zone. Hits this one to second, right at Alec Atkinson. And Atkinson makes the play. Tab able to keep his foot on the base for out number 2. First 5 retired by Horoszko. Brings in Parker Stinson, the center fielder. First pitch in this at-bat. A high strike called. Big swing and a miss at the second pitch from Horoszko. Down 0-2. 0 for 3 with a walk was Parker Stinson's stat line in game 1. Here in game 2, fouls off the 0-2 pitch into the seats. Five up, 5 down, retired by Horoszko, looking to make it an even 6. Popped up on the infield. That wind's going to keep pushing it. Camden Traficante had no problem playing that one. A couple feet behind the infield grass. Makes the catch. 6 up, 6 down to start Horoszko's night. We go to the third. Pittsburgh's up 3-0 on Pittsburgh Radio. Top of the third inning here in Kenosha on Pittsburgh's radio. Pittsburgh's lead 3-0. Scored 3 in the first, loaded them in the second, failed to score. But they have been executing at the plate here early, getting themselves lots of opportunities to score runs. They'll look to do more of the same here in the third. Bottom 4 in the lineup. Hunter Tabb, Trey Truitt, Ariel Garcia, and then Alec Atkinson. Hunter Tabb up here. He beat out a double play ball his first time up. Takes a quick 2 strikes, both called. Luke Ellis in here after getting the last out of the second. Lefty deals. Tabb up the middle. Tough play by the second baseman. Sliding grab by Counsell. Throw to first, not in time. Tabb is going to beat it out on an infield single. Tabb continues his hot start to the season. He's got a hit in every game he's played for Traverse City. He's got 5 hits here in the 3-game series. 2 hits last night, 2 hits in game 1, and the single here. Leadoff man aboard for Trey Truitt the third. Truitt's a guy that's got to get something going at the plate. Has had a tough going recently as he tries to bunt and fouls it back. Truitt just a 184 average so far on the season. He had a great average last summer through his first 10 games on his temp contract. Trying to break the funk here. He walked in his first plate appearance. Holds up on a ball a little low. Ball on a strike. Sure was 0 for 4 in the first game with 3 strikeouts. And then lined out to deep left center field. A running catch by Mangano prevented Truitt from extra bases. Ellis misses high. Ball 2 on a fastball. Truitt has played 11 games this season. He has a hit in 6 of them, hitless in 5 of them. And only 1 multi-hit game. He went 2 for 3 opening day with 2 ribbies and 3 walks, on base 5 times. Thought that Truitt was going to be one of the best bats in the Pittsburgh lineup this year. And then after that, it's just been a struggle offensively, trying to figure some stuff out. But he hasn't played any college ball. He redshirted his first year at NC State after transferring. And then he had to take a medical redshirt this season. So the Northwoods League is the only place he's seen live pitching. Still trying to make adjustments at the plate and be ready to go for NC State when he returns in the fall. This at bat, he has a full count with that runner Hunter Tabb over at first. Trying to reach for the second time. Full count pitch. Going is Tabb. Toss to second. Safe there. Safe at first. Everybody is safe. Hunter Tabb took off for second base. Trey Truitt grounded it to Darden. And instead of taking the sure out at first, he opted to go to second. And because Tabb was off with the pitch on a little hit and run action, he beat the flip, and then Truitt beat the return throw. Everyone's safe. Fielder's choice for Truitt. So it's going to go down as an out, 0 for 1. But he's on base. First and second. Nobody out for Ariel Garcia. The third baseman from Miami. Struck out looking in his first at-bat to end the inning and stranded runners on third and second. Looks like he's going to try to sacrifice Tabb to third and Truitt to second. He showed bunt but pulled back on the first pitch, took it for a ball. Corner infielder playing in, protecting the bunt. Garcia pulls back again as the fastball comes across high. Now has a 2-0 count. Ellis in trouble here. 2 on. And Garcia pulls back again. Strike gets called on the outside corner. A close pitch, but a tough one to try and bunt. So 2 balls and a strike. Garcia bunts it down the third baseline. He might be able to beat it for a hit. Time called. That's where he should bunt it, as Michael Dallas is playing on the grass, almost level with third base actually, but the first baseman, Jacob Tobias, is coming way in on the grass, protecting the bunt. So if Garcia gets it down the third base side, forces Dallas to charge in and make a play. Not bunting now, swings away on the left side. Play made by Darden. He went to throw to third, but it came out of his hand. Was unable to complete the play, and Garcia is safe at first. Reaching on an infield single, as there's no chance he would have had him at first. He would have. They were trying to get Tab at third. It would have been a close play if Darden had been able to make the throw, but it slipped out of his hand as he went to throw. Now Alec Atkinson will bat with the bases loaded, nobody out. And the first pitch, he swings and pops it up on the infield. That's going to be an infield fly roll. Unproductive out, as now a double play could end the inning. That's easier said than done with the guy coming up. Christian Beal, a real speedster, so even on a ground ball, it's going to be tough to turn two. He would have to hit a rocket right at a fielder for them to have a chance at a double play. Beal reached on an error in the first, and then he doubled in the second. He hit a line drive to right center that went off the glove of a diving McCoy in right and hustled out for the double. Takes a first pitch breaking ball for a strike. Beal's just got to get this ball in play. Not in the air unless it's deep enough. A ground ball would do the trick. He should beat two. Takes a pitch inside from Ellis. Beal does have a good number of infield singles so far this season. Of his 2 hits last night, I believe both of them were infield hits. No, only one of them was, pardon me. Hits one to right. James McCoy will make the catch. Tab thought about coming home, bluffed on it, and stays at third. The throw went up the line. He likely would have made it if he had come home, but it was too shallow to try and tag. And Luke Ellis can leave the bases loaded here if Jake Smallwood doesn't come through with a hit. Pittsburghers had things rolling. Tab reached on an infield hit. Trey Truitt reached on a fielder's choice as Hunter Tab was stealing and beat the flip to second. And Ariel Garcia reached on an infield single. Bases were loaded with nobody out, but an infield pop-up by Alec Atkinson and a shallow line drive caught in right by Christian Beal. Down to 1 out to go. Smallwood needs a hit. Lefty-lefty. Smallwood has won the matchup both times, reaching base. Got the count full in both at-bats. Was hit by a pitch in one. Walked in the other. Hasn't had to get a ball in play and has reached base twice. Looking for multiple RBIs here on a hit. 2 balls and a strike to count. Ellis deals. Breaking ball. Misses outside, so on 3-1, he's got to find the zone, or Smallwood's going to walk down to first and a run's going to come in to score. Smallwood should be expecting a fastball on 3-1. Ellis needs a strike. The pitch, and he misses outside. Smallwood's going to take ball 4, and that's going to push a run in for Traverse City. Smallwood did not bite at the 3-1 slider. I can see what the pitcher Ellis was thinking. If Smallwood was thinking fastball was coming and he throw a slider, you can get him to chase on it. But Smallwood didn't bite. He takes the walk. Bases still loaded for Colin Summerhill. First pitch he swings, hits it to second. Play is made. Flip to second, counsel to Darden. That will end the inning. Back-to-back innings, the Pittsburghers leave them loaded. They've left 8 men on base through the first 3, but they've got enough men across. They lead 4-0. To the bottom of the third we go here on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back. Bottom of the third here in Kenosha. Pittsburgh's up 4-0. They loaded the bases in the third with nobody out and only managed one run on a 2-out walk by Jake Smallwood. They've left 8 men on base through the first 3 innings, 2 in the first and then loaded in the second and third. But they've got enough runs across, give their starter plenty of support, as Joe Horoszko has retired all 6 Kingfish he's faced so far with 2 strikeouts. So he'll face the bottom 3 in the order here. Anthony Mangano, the hitter, the left fielder. Big hack, shoots one foul off the left side, and it's going to get out of play. Mangano playing left field for Kenosha. Fouls another one out of play in the same spot. Down 1-2. Mangano off to a roaring start to his season. 6 games played with Kenosha, 9 hits and 18 at-bats. That's a .529 average with 3 RBIs. But in this at-bat, he goes down looking. Horoszko finds his spot. A fastball on the inside corner. It froze Mangano. Third punch out for Horoszko. 1 away to start the bottom of the third inning. So now the hitter, Michael Dallas, he's got 3 hits in 31 at-bats. That equals a .097 average, just below 100 through 9 games. Oh, he rips one to left. That ball might be gone. It is a home run. Dallas connects on one over the plate. A line drive to the short porch in left field. And the Kingfish are on the board here in the third inning. That is the first extra base hit and the first RBI collected by Michael Dallas here this season. Attacks the first pitch, and Horoszko just left that one over the plate a little bit too much, and Dallas sitting first pitch fastball was ready for it. So the score 4-1. As the 9-hole hitter Brady Council fouls a fastball back to the screen. Brady Council, another Big Ten player on the roster from the University of Minnesota. A freshman hitting .303 on the season through 11 games. Breaking ball, he hits it on the 0-2 count, sat back and sends it to center for a 1-out hit. Back-to-back base hits for Kenosha after going the first 7 batters without a base runner. And now back to the top of the order for their second trips to the plate. 1 trip through the Kenosha lineup, 2 hits, both at the bottom of the order, 8 and 9. 1 run scored. Second trip for Taylor Darden. He struck out swinging in the first. First pitch chopped to short. Be tough to try and turn 2. Traficante won't go to second. He's able to use his arm strength to make a long throw to first and barely get Darden out there. A heads-up play by Traficante, opting not to try and turn 2, realizing that Brady Council was going to reach at second if he flipped it. But he had to put a lot on that throw to beat Darden to the bag. He did, and there's 2 away. Runner advances to second. So Brady Council is in scoring position for James McCoy, a right fielder, who also struck out his first at-bat. McCoy set for Horoszko's first pitch, and he swings, hits it down the left field line, and a little foul off the left side. Second trip through the order, Kingfish attacking a first pitch from Joe. Or maybe it happened for Michael Dallas. Started with Dallas And then Council, Dart, and McCoy have followed, going after a first pitch from Horoszko. Maybe the hitters that had already had an appearance at the plate have, maybe they told everyone on their team to attack the first pitch in the zone. Been a lot of swings in this inning on the first pitch. A huge cut and a miss on another fastball from Horoszko. He gets ahead 0-2. McCoy was trying to make it a one-run game with that swing. Down in the count, got to protect the plate. Horoszko trying to end the third. His 0-2 pitch. Kicks, deals. Misses a little high. Try to locate one at the top of the zone. One ball, two strikes to the Kenosha right fielder. One run already in. Another runner on second. 2 outs, the pitch from Joe. Looking at the runner, deals. Inside corner, a perfect pitch for Horoszko out of the jam. He gets 2 looking strikeouts in the inning. He's got 4 for the game. But the Kingfish strike with a solo home run by Michael Dallas. They cut the lead. It's 4-1. So we go to the 4th inning here on Pit Spitters Radio. Welcome back, top of the 4th inning. It's a 4-1 game as Kenosha has narrowed the lead by 1, a solo homer in the bottom of the 3rd. Middle of the lineup here for Traverse City, be Marshall Toole, Camden Traficante, and Hunter Tabb. Triple T's coming up. Toole is 0 for 1, robbed of a hit in the first, hit a sharp line drive caught by the second baseman Brady Council to steal a run away from Toole, and he was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. Pitch here. Toole waves at a slider. The count, no balls and 2 strikes. Was the leadoff batter in game 1 of this doubleheader, and he's got a lead off here, get on base. Luke Ellis on the mound, another inning of relief, his 0-2. Misses high, out of the zone with a heater. Toole is just off to a blazing start to his Pit Spitter summer. Looking to continue it, 1-2. Slider that Toole hits to left. Mangano over will make the catch for out number 1. One away as Toole lines out to left. Brings in Traficante, the switch hitter. 1 for 2. 2 RBIs on a single in the first inning. And he grounded out to third to end the second, leaving the bases loaded. First pitch in this at-bat from Luke Ellis is going to hit him inside on the fastball. Traficante tried to get away, got him on the jersey, and he will go down to first. So Traff on first on the hit by pitch. The third batter hit. Smallwood was hit in the first by a pitch. Then Marshall Toole was hit in the second. Traff hit here in the fourth. There's been 2 walks, 3 hit by pitches by Kenosha pitchers. And there's been 6 hits for Traverse City. The hitter, Hunter Tabb, who singled his last at-bat and came around to score the 1 run of the inning, despite Traverse City loading the bases with nobody out, is down 0-2 to Ellis. Traff off of first. The lefty Ellis picks over, and Traff gets back in safely. Oh, 2 to Tabb. After the pickoff, now Ellis comes to the plate, and the fastball will miss outside for a ball. So 5 hits for Traverse City. 2 in the first, 2 in the third, 1 in the second. 2 walks, 3 hit by pitches. 10 total runners aboard. Another left-handed pick. Off the glove of the first baseman, Tobias, but didn't get too far away, so Traff will stay at first. And actually, you add in the error, and Traverse City has had 11 different base runners on. They've scored 4 of them. One and 2 the count. Now Ellis will deal, and Tabb will fight it off, and he'll stay alive. Still 1 and 2, another pitch, and Tabb waves at one, not even close outside. May have been a 2-seamer that ran off the plate, but Tabb was nowhere near touching that ball. That was a good foot outside, and that is out number 2. So now Trey Truitt in. The right fielder is 0 for 1. Walked, and then reached on a fielder's choice. Looking for a base knock. Truitt was hitless in game 1, 0 for 4. 3 strikeouts, trying to break out of the little funk he's in. Runner takes off on the first pitch. Ball's outside. Throw down is not in time. Traficante has got himself a stolen bag. So with the double steal in the first, another double steal in the first, 2 sets of double steals, that is 5 stolen bags for Traverse City. 5 for 5 here in this one. And a base hit could score Traff from second. Pitch was a ball, so it's 1-0. Lefty-lefty, Ellis to Truitt. Outside, gets away from the catcher Collier. Traff will now go to third. And now he can score on another pass ball wild pitch, but definitely will come in on a base hit. But now you put the pressure on the defense. They can't make a fielding mistake or that run will score. Kenosha just cut the run total down to 3. Two balls, no strikes. The pitch up and in on Trey Truitt. Able to get out of the way of that fastball. And Truitt can walk for the second time if Luke Ellis doesn't throw a strike. 3-0, misses the zone. Truitt has his second walk. He goes down to first. Now this opens up a possibility of something that happened in Traverse City. Same exact runners on the corners. Truitt on first, Trafficante on third. Against Kokomo. I believe it was against Kokomo. Can double check the opponent. But Trafficante was at third. Trey Truitt stole second, or acted like he was stealing second. But he actually was just drawing a throw. It was against Rockford, pardon me, on their last game of the series on Monday. He drew a throw from the catcher, allowing Traff to score. Not going to happen here. Ariel Garcia into right center field for a base hit. Run will score. Truitt will go first to third on the base knock. Everyone just changing places out there. It is an RBI base hit for Ariel Garcia, and the lead is back up to 4. It's 5-1. That ball was roped by Ariel Garcia. First RBI for him on this season. And now a chance for another run with Alec Atkinson up at the plate. Hope everyone understands the play I was explaining. Runners on the corners. Truitt took off for second, drew a throw from the catcher of Rockford. And when the throw went down, Trafficante came home from third, and Truitt purposely got into a rundown to allow the run to score, and then gave himself up to end the inning. But it's a good way to score a run with 2 outs. But not when you got Garcia just getting a base hit. Now he takes off for second. Throw gets away from the catcher Collier. Truitt's going to come in to score. Whether it's a wild pitch or a pass ball, Truitt comes in. 2 more runs in the inning. It is now 6-1. And another run can score if Atkinson can get a base hit. Now Garcia's trying for third. The throw down. Well, that one's going to be in plenty of time. There's a rule in baseball, never make the first or third out at third base, and Garcia just did. So Atkinson has the bat taken out of his hands, but the Pittsburghers scored 2 more runs. It is 6-1, Traverse City. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Simmons Field, bottom of the 4th inning. Pittsburgh's up 6-1. They only managed 1 hit in the 4th, scored 2 runs as they had 1 reach on a hit by pitch, another reach on a walk. Both of them came in to score, taking advantage of the free passes here in this one. Back to work, Joe Horoszko here in the 4th. He gave up a solo home run in the 3rd and another base hit right after that, but settled in. Ended the inning with a strikeout. Leading off is the 3-hole hitter, Ian Collier, the catcher. Collier will be followed by Jacob Tobias and Nick Iannatone. Big bats in the lineup. Up to face Horoszko. Gets a breaking ball, swing and a miss by Collier. Two balls, 2 strikes. Two-two pitch from Horoszko. Gets a foul ball. Out of play, straight behind. Collier grounded out to second, his first time up. Part of a 1-2-3 first inning for Joe. Another 2-2, deals. Hit down the first baseline. That's a fair ball, and it's going to go past the Pittsburgh bullpen. Took a weird kick off of the wall out there and right. Hustling for third. Here's the relay throw. A little late. It would have been in time, I think, to get Collier, but the relay was a little off, and it's going to be a leadoff triple. That ball hit something over by the bullpen and took a weird kick away from Truitt and allowed Collier to get all the way to third. Would have definitely been a double, but he gets that extra 90 feet. He's on third with nobody out for Jacob Tobias, who's been the best bat for Kenosha all series long. 3 for 5 yesterday with a home run, 3 RBIs, a grand slam in game 1 today. He's got 4 hits, 7 RBIs on the series. He flew out to center field his first time up. Tobias, the first baseman, has an RBI chance with the guy at third. Would be his 8th of the series. Hits one deep to right. If it's fair, it's gone. And that is a foul ball. Called foul by Steve Bartelstein over at first. That ball was destroyed to right. And just a little foul. That ball was demolished into the parking lot, but a little foul. That would have been his 3rd home run in as many games this series. Instead, it's just a long strike. 1-1 for Tobias, is in the dirt, blocked by Jake Smallwood. So they count 2-1. Two balls and a strike to Tobias. Horoszko deals. And on the inside corner, Horoszko gets the call. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count is evened up. Horoszko looking for what would be a big strikeout to right now the Kingfish's hottest hitter. His 2-2 pitch, kicks, deals. Tobias on the ground to second. Atkinson dives, can't make the play. It's into right field. It's an RBI single for Jacob Tobias. That's his 8th RBI on the series. It's 6-2 to Kenosha now. Pittsburgh's up by 4 as Kenosha is trying to cut into the lead. The designated hitter, Nick Iannatone, up. He grounded out to the second baseman, Atkinson, his first time up. Fouls one straight back here to start this at-bat. Iannatone 1 for 3 in game 1 of the doubleheader earlier today. Hits one to right. That's going to drop in front of Trey Truitt. Another base hit for the Kingfish. 3 consecutive hits to start the 4th inning. With Horoszko not being a traditional starter, has been used out of the bullpen, I think it's time that the Pittsburghers get some action in their bullpen. Horoszko's longest appearance this season was 4 innings. He's in the 4th here. He's given up 3 straight hits, a triple to Collier, and then back-to-back singles to Tobias and Iannatone. The pitching coach, Tucker Waddups, is going to come out and have a chat with Horoszko. No one throwing in the pen. There is someone getting loose, stretching, getting ready to start throwing. The hitter Stinson popped out to the shortstop, Trafficante, in his first at-bat. In game 1, Stinson was hitless 0 for 3. Did have 1 walk in his last at-bat and scored in part of that 7th inning where Kenosha got a grand slam. Mound visit concludes. Everyone back to their spots. Kenosha can make it real interesting here. Kingfish feature a lot of left-handed hitters, which benefits them against the right-handed Horoszko. McCoy, Collier, Tobias, Iannatone, all lefties. Stinson, a lefty. That's 5 straight lefties in their lineup. Stinson up, ready to go. Nobody out, 2 aboard. Might bunt. We'll see. Does show. Gets down a beauty. Smallwood is late on the throw. It's a bunt base hit for Iannatone. The bases are now loaded with nobody out. Now this is where where all the Pittsburgher left men on base is gonna come into play. They left 8 men on base the first 3 innings. The worst of all was the 3rd, when they had runners on every base. Bases were loaded, nobody out, and they only scored 1 run out of it on a bases loaded walk. They weren't able to come through, but if Kenosha's able to cash in a couple of these runs, it's going to be a big spot in this game. Swing and a miss, first pitch to Anthony Mangano, another left-handed hitter. So everyone in the lineup, from McCoy in the 2-hole down to Mangano in the 7-hole, is all lefties. All of them with the advantage against Horoszko, the righty. Mangano struck out looking. His first at-bat, he's 0 for 1. Horoszko drops a breaking ball low for a ball. Arm is getting ready in the bullpen. It looks like the taller right-hander Duncan Lutz. I'm sure he's getting hot and ready to go right away. 1-1 to Mangano. Hits one sharply to second. Atkinson fields. They get 1 at 2, and it's a 4-6-3 double play. Good throw by Trafficante back to Tab. A run does score, but that a big double play as you're now an out away from getting out of this inning and only letting 1 run come across. It is 6-3 now. The hitter, Michael Dallas, he homered on the first pitch he saw in this game. Didn't play yesterday, didn't play game 1, but the first pitch he sees in the series, he sent out for a homer. First pitch of this at bat, Horoszko hits the outside corner with a fastball for a strike. Score is 6-3, Traverse City. A 4th run at third base for the Kingfish, but with 2 outs, Horoszko just needs 1 more out to end the 4th. Oh, 1 the count. And a foul ball. Fouled off by Dallas. He's behind in the count 0-2. Horoszko will look for a strikeout to end the inning, but just needs any type of out. Runner on third, 2 away, 2 already in. 0-2 into the windup. Horoszko goes, fires, and Dallas late on that one, but got a piece and stays alive up at the plate. I would suspect this is Horoszko's last inning no matter what. Could be his last batter, depends on how the results of this goes. Another 0-2 to Michael Dallas. Wind up, deals, breaking ball, got him swinging to end the inning. The Kingfish get a couple runs across, but it could have been a lot worse. They had the bases loaded, nobody out, only managed 2 runs. So we go to the 5th inning. It's a 6-3 ball game here on Pittsburgh's Radio. Welcome back to Simmons Field in Kenosha. 6-3 the score after a 3-run first for Traverse City. These two teams have exchanged runs. Pittsburgh's got 1 in the top half of the 3rd. Kenosha answered with 1 in the bottom. And then the Pittsburghs in the top of the 4th scored 2. Kenosha answered with 2 of their own in the bottom half. The lead is 3. Alec Atkinson, second baseman, up to lead off the 5th. He was at the plate when Ariel Garcia was caught stealing at third to end the 4th. So he'll start the 5th. He's 0 for 2. Both his outs being recorded by Darden at short. A ground out and a pop out. Hits this one to center pretty well on a line, but right at the center fielder, Stinson, for out number 1. Back to the top of the order now for Traverse City. Christian Beal will stand in for his 4th at-bat in 5 innings. The center fielder is 1 for 3. Reached on an error in the 1st, doubled in the 2nd, and lined out sharply to the right fielder McCoy in the 3rd. First pitch in this at-bat from Luke Ellis, still on the mound, is taken for a ball. Ellis finished the 2nd inning, pitched the 3rd and 4th innings, and is here in the 5th. Pitched a total of 2 2/3 innings. A 2-0 count here to Beal, looking to continue his streak of multi-hit games. 2-0, good breaking ball. Got Beal off balanced as it falls in for a strike. Beal expecting a fastball on 2-0. Now 2-1. Pitch from Ellis is another breaking ball. This time Beal sat back on it, but foul tipped it. And the count evens at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. 1 away, nobody on for Beal at the top of the order. Pitch from Ellis. Breaking ball again. Tried to bring it to the back door for a strike 3 call, but missed well outside, and the count runs full to Beal. If you're Ellis, you don't want to give him the free pass with his speed, so you want to throw a strike. And nowhere near the zone, a walk to Christian Beal. Speed on the base paths now with that one. Beal at first, on for the 3rd time tonight. Brings in Jake Smallwood. Smallwood hasn't even had to bring a bat to the plate so far. He was hit by a pitch in the 1st and walked in the 2nd and the 3rd. So no official at-bat recorded yet. Came around to score in the 1st after being hit by a pitch, and then in the 3rd, he walked with the bases loaded. So he's got an RBI and a run scored, not having to put a ball in play. But one of the best hitters recently for Traverse City wants to swing the bat, wants to get base hits. He's played every game here in this Kenosha series. It's 1 for 3. In game 1 earlier today, was 2 for 5 last night. 2-0 pitch to him, breaking ball. That started inside, and it was able to work its way to the inside corner. It's back-to-back hitters that Luke Ellis has gotten down 2-0 on and then brought in a slider. He also backed it up with another slider to Beal. Does he go back-to-back to Smallwood? Well, first he'll pick over, and Beal will get in, no problem. Two balls and a strike to the catcher, Jake Smallwood. And another pick over, and Beal is back in safely. Arms going in both bullpens, Kenosha's and Traverse City's. As Ellis gets set on a 2-1. And another pick over, 3 in a row. Ellis keeping a close eye on Beal, but Beal's reading his pickoff move. Still 2-1. Now we get a pitch, and Smallwood takes for ball 3. So it's 3-1. Smallwood can walk for the third time here if he doesn't get a strike. Another pickoff, and Beal again is reading it so well. He's over at first before Ellis even throws the ball over there. 3-1. Now Ellis deals. Smallwood takes his fastball right down the middle. Surprising he was taking all the way. Now he has to protect on a full count pitch. It's the third full count he's faced so far. Beal will likely be going on the pitch. Doesn't go. Smallwood chops to second, could be two to end the inning. They get one at second. Return throw, though, not in time. Smallwood's able to hustle it out and avoid the double play. And that's why I thought Beal would try and take second, because if he tried to go for second there, then the throw would have had to come to first instead. Instead, Kenosha is going to go to the bullpen. They're going to get a new pitcher. Luke Ellis's night is done. They're going to get a righty in to face Colin Summerhill. So we'll take a break, get the new pitcher in when we return on Pit Spitters Radio. Welcome back to Pit Spitter Radio. A new arm for the Kingfish, Jesse Wainscott, a redshirt junior from Eastern Illinois University, 6'1" righty, has appeared in 4 previous games. This will be his 5th. He has a 1.59 ERA through 5 2/3 innings pitched. His total stat line, he's given up 8 hits to 28 batters faced, 2 walks, has allowed 2 runs to score, only 1 of those were earned, and has 9 strikeouts. Colin Summerhill, the first to face him. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI single in the first. He's also struck out and grounded out. Ball in the dirt, blocked by Collier. Count 2-0 to Summerhill. Moyne's got a hard throwing righty from Indianapolis. Two and 0 to Summerhill. Smallwood takes off, and no, it's a fake steal. Just tried to draw a throw from the catcher collar, and he didn't. Pitch was a ball, so it's 3-0 to Colin Summerhill. Hasn't walked anybody since his first appearance of the season against Kokomo. He's going to walk Summerhill on 4 pitches. Start his night out of the bullpen. 4-pitch walk. Sends Smallwood down to second, Summerhill to first, and Marshall Toole to the plate. Toole, the left fielder, is hitless in the game, but he's had good at-bats. Lined out sharply his first time up, then was hit by a pitch, and then flew out to left field. First pitch of this at-bat, he takes for a strike. Got to see a pitch from a new angle. All 3 of his at-bats were against left-handers, Will Baker and Luke Ellis. Now facing the right-hander, Wayne Scott. 0-1 with 2 on and 2 outs here in the 5th. Toole fouls it off, left side, and down to 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. Smallwood's on second. Summerhill is on first. Toole at the plate with 2 away here in the inning. 0-2 from Wayne Scott. And Toole goes down swinging on the fastball. A couple runners left stranded, but the Pittsburghers still lead 6-3. Bottom of the 5th we go here on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Pittsburgh Radio. Bottom of the 5th inning in a 3-run game. 6-3 is the Pittsburgh lead. Joe Horoszko is still on the mound after getting into trouble in the 4th. Allowed 4 hits, all in a row to start the 4th inning, and 2 runs. Josh Rebant sticking with them, probably trying to save the bullpen. as he's still got another game tomorrow against Kenosha and then 2 more on the road in Wausau against the Woodchucks in the Great Lakes West. Their first of 3 cross-divisional opponents. Fly ball left field, racing over Marshall Toole, diving and unable to make the catch. It's going to fall in for a double to lead off the inning for Brady Council. Toole, who made 3 amazing plays in the loss last night, unable to make a diving catch on that ball by Council. Top of the order now for Kenosha. Taylor Darden in. He's 0 for 2. First pitch in the dirt, blocked by Smallwood. Darden was 0 for 4 in game 1. 0 for 2 so far in game 2. Against Horoszko. One-0 pitch to Darden. On the outside corner for a strike. Ball and a strike, the count. Arm ready in Traverse City's bullpen whenever Rebant wants to pull his guy here. 1-1 pitch. Horoszko deals. And way high. So now 2 balls and a strike. Two and 1 to the Kenosha shortstop. Runner on second. Pitch is just slapped to right, and it's going to fall in for a hit. Going for 2 is Darden. He's going to make it safely. Back-to-back doubles to start the inning. Here comes Kenosha. And despite back-to-back doubles to start the inning, tying run at the plate. Well, actually now Rebant is going to go to the pen. He's going to bring in a right-hander, looks like Duncan Lutz. New pitcher in the game with the tying run up and nobody out here in the 5th inning on Pit Spitter Radio. Welcome back to Simmons Field, bottom of the 5th inning. Duncan Lutz, the new pitcher, relieving Joe Horoszko. Horoszko finished 4 innings and started in the 5th, but gave up back-to-back doubles as his night ends and Duncan Lutz's night starts. Duncan Lutz has been spectacular on the mound, out of the bullpen in the start of this season. Lutz has tallied 6 1/3 total innings, has faced 24 batters, 2 hits, 1 walk. 6 strikeouts to his credit. Sophomore from Georgia State University, making his 5th appearance here. His last appearance, a perfect 2 innings against Kokomo on June 11th in a 3-2 win. Faced 6 batters, sat them all down, struck out 2. "2-0 the count. Lutz finds the zone as James McCoy takes a big swing and miss. McCoy 0 for 2, struck out twice against Horoszko, swinging in the 1st, looking in the 3rd. Lutz getting the sign on 2-1 the count with a runner on 2nd. Deals a great backdoor breaking ball that McCoy chases for strike 2. Got to beware with Lutz, a hard-throwing righty, but then when you sit on the fastball, you have swings like that where you're way out in front and chase a breaking pitch. So now they count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to McCoy. Taylor Darden at 2nd after his RBI double. Lutz is 2-2. Is hit to left by McCoy. It's going to fall in front of Toole, and it kicks past him, and that's going to allow McCoy to get to second base. It's a 1-run game now here in the 5th inning. So McCoy at 2nd is the tying run here. Single by McCoy, error by Toole. That moves McCoy to 2nd. Collier could bunt him over as the tying run. Lutz now facing Ian Collier, who tripled his last at-bat. First pitch is a ball outside. One 1-0 to Collier. Fastball catches the outside corner for the first strike. 1-1. Collier is 1 for 2. That triple in the 4th. And he came around to score in that inning. Grounded out to 2nd his first at-bat in the 1st. The 1-1. Outside corner again, Lutz finds. Now it's a ball and 2 strikes. Looking for a big strikeout. Wasn't able to strike out McCoy. McCoy got a base hit with 2 strikes. Lutz on 1-2 to Collier. Misses high with a fastball. And they count even at 2-2, the same count that McCoy singled on. 6-5 the score. 1-run game. Tyne runs on 2nd. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Lutz on the hill. Time called as he's taking a long time to get the sign from Smallwood. Still taking a long time to get the sign. Now gets it. 2-2 to Collier from Lutz. And he gets him to swing and miss. Got him to chase one low and away for a big out number 1. But now the middle of the order, the big hitters for Kenosha. Jacob Tobias at the plate. The first baseman is 1 for 2. He's gotten an RBI hit in every game of this series. 5 hits, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs in 3 games so far. First pitch takes for a ball. Both of Tobias's home runs have gone opposite field to left. Base hit could tie the game up at 6. Lutz deals. Tobias to left center. Up for Beal. Beal makes the catch. The runner at second, McCoy, is going to tag up and go to third. But a big second out. And out away from ending the inning and stranding the tying run on base. Lutz has to get out the designated hitter, Nick Iannatone. 1 for 2, a ground out and a single. That single came in the 4th, part of 4 straight Kingfish base hits to start that 4th inning. 2 runs scored in it. At the time, it cut the lead from 6-1 to 6-3. Now it's 6-5. First pitch to Iannatone from Lutz is up and away. The run that was inherited by Lutz, Taylor Darden did score. A check swing went around. Ball and a strike to Iannatone. Lutz on 1-1. Misses a little inside off of his spot. Two balls and a strike to Iannatone. Lutz on 2-1 fires and hits his spot right across the knees on the fastball, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tying run is at third, James McCoy. Full count. We're 2-2, 2 outs here. Lutz pitching from the windup with the runner on third. His 2-2 pitch. Chopper right side. Atkinson makes the play, and Lutz leaves the tying run stranded on base. We've played 5 innings. Kenosha's battled back, made it a 1-run game, 6-5. We head to the 6th here on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Simmons Field in Kenosha. Top of the 6th inning. It is a one-run game. Kenosha is fighting their way back into it. Traverse City jumped up to a 3-0 lead in the first. They increased their lead to 4-0. Kenosha got one back in the third on a solo home run. Traverse City then scored 2 runs in the fourth to make it 6-1. Kenosha has scored 4 straight runs with 2 in the fourth, 2 more in the fifth. One-run game here in the sixth as Camden Traficante stands in. Shortstop is 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. He's also been hit by a pitch and scored a run. Facing Jesse Wayne Scott, his second inning out of the bullpen. Deals a fastball down the middle. Ball and a strike to Traff. Triple T's coming up here. Traficante, Tab, and Truitt. The spot in the lineup has been great here in game 2 of this doubleheader. As Traff waves out in front of a breaking ball by Wayne Scott. They count 1 and 2. The 1-2 pitch from Wayne Scott. Deals. Fastball across the knees. Down goes Traficante to start the inning. Second strikeout for Wayne Scott. He came into the game with a runner at first base, 2 outs. He walked Colin Summerhill to start his night on 4 pitches. Then he struck out Marshall Toole to end the inning. Gets a strikeout to Traff to start this inning. Now he'll face Hunter Tab. First baseman takes a first pitch strike on the outside corner. Oh and 1. Wayne Scott gets ahead of Tab. The first baseman is 1 for 3. Singled in the third inning. Got a hit in each game of the series. 2 hits last night, 2 hits in game 1 today. 1 hit so far in game 2. 1-1 the pitch. Deals. Breaking ball. Just missing the spot is Wayne Scott. So the count will go to 2 and 1. Trey Truitt on deck. Ariel Garcia and Alec Atkinson to follow. 2 balls and a strike to Tab. Wind up. Deals. Tab on the ground. Hard to short. Play is made by Darden, and the throw in time to get Tab for out number 2. Traverse City bats have gone quiet. They had 2 hits in the first and the third, a hit in the second and fourth, but no hits last inning. Nothing here. They have walked a lot, 6 walks in the game and 3 hit by pitches. But they have left a lot of runners on base. 8 runners they left on in the first 3 innings. They left the bases loaded twice. In the third, bases loaded with nobody out. They only scored 1 run. Those numbers looking very big right now. As Kenosha has made the most of their opportunities. 1-run game. 1-1 count to Truitt with 2 away, no one on. Truitt takes one just inside. 2 balls and a strike to Truitt. He has reached all 3 times, once on a fielder's choice, twice on walks. 2-1, Wayne Scott deals. Truitt takes low, 3-1, so he could potentially walk for a 3rd time here. Three and 1 to Truitt. Big hack, hits it down the left side, drifting away. A dive, it gets away from Mangano and left, and it goes out of play, unfortunately, as Truitt would have ended up at third base as it got past Mangano. He was hustling. The way he was running, he could have gotten all the way around on inside the Parker, but there's just a large gap down the left field line with a metal gate with lots of room for the ball to go under it. That's exactly what just happened. So now Ariel Garcia will bat. Garcia's 2 for 3, singles in his last 2 at-bats. An RBI hit in his last at-bat. Pitch low and away. Garcia's 2 for 3. Struck out looking in the first. But 2 straight singles. An infield single in the third. In the fourth, it was into right center field on a line. Looking for a 2-out base hit to score Truitt after the double. Pitch from Wayne Scott, low and away. 2 bad misses outside in this at-bat. Gives Garcia a 2-0 count. In control here. Garcia hit .306 for the Hurricanes in 36 games, 14 starts. 2-0 from Wayne Scott. Checks on Truitt a couple times. Now he deals. And Garcia waves and misses at an outside fastball. Two balls and a strike to the freshman third baseman. Wayne Scott trying to strand Trey Truitt after his 2-out double. Garcia trying to get one back here. 2-1 pitch. And Garcia takes for strike 2. That a good fastball from Wayne Scott across the knees. Count even now at 2-2. Wayne Scott fell behind 2-0. Got the count even now. Strike away from ending the inning. Stranding Truitt on second. He gets the sign, gets set. 2-2 to Garcia. And he just blows a fastball past him. And actually, the home plate umpire is calling a balk on Wayne Scott, which will move Truitt to third. Paul Hess calls the balk. I'm going to assume it's because he didn't get set. So the count will stay at 2-2. Now a pass ball could score the runner. The 2-2 to Garcia again. And Wayne Scott will just strike him out anyway. Got him on the off-speed. Inning ends. A 2-out double by Truitt. He gets stranded. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Pittsburgh's up just 1 run, 6-5 on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Simmons Field, bottom of the 6th. It is a one-run game as Duncan Lutz toes the rubber for another inning out of the bullpen. Had to relieve Joe Horoszko after Joe gave up back-to-back doubles to start the 5th. Lutz did give up a single to start the inning, but got the next 3 batters out and stranded the tying run on base. Lutz has faced 4 batters, struck out 1, gave up 1 single. Is facing 5, 6, 7, 8 here in this inning. Parker Stinson is 1 for 2. The lefty hits one high to right, just behind the infield. Alec Atkinson, a utility player who's used to seeing fly balls from center field, makes the catch for out number 1. Pop out to Atkinson, starts Lutz's 6th inning. Will face Anthony Mangano now. The left fielder is 0 for 2. Struck out and grounded into a double play. First pitch of this at-bat, Lutz fires a fastball in the outside corner for the first strike. Oh and 1, Lutz into the windup here. And he deals. Breaking ball that misses a little high. He started it too high and couldn't get it to drop down. Stark difference in this game on how runs are being scored. Kenosha has gotten 9 hits. You take away a double play they had. They've only left 3 on base. They have scored 5 of their runs. Traverse City, however, has had, so far, 7 hits. They've walked 6 times. They've had 3 hit by pitches. They have left 11 on base in the first 6 innings. Kenosha's left just 3 on. If they could convert on more of those chances, then this game wouldn't be necessarily close, but it is. Count to Mangano's 2-2. Lutz looking for a strikeout. Against a left-handed hitter, the right-handed pitching Lutz. Time's called. Mangano steps out. Looking for his first time on base. Lutz to the windup. Deals. And misses off the back foot of Mangano. Tried to get a chase, and now the count goes full, 3-2. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on base here in the 6th inning. And the 3-2 from Duncan Lutz. Misses outside. He's going to walk the tying run on base with 1 away here in the inning. That's the first walk issued by Traverse City pitching here in Game 2. Pitchers only allowed 1 walk in Game 1 of the doubleheader, but they walked 10 batters last night in the loss. That was really the difference, as they lost by 2. You cut down on the walks, less runs score, maybe a different result. Michael Dallas, the hitter. Dallas is 1 for 2 with a home run, a solo shot in the 3rd, and then a strikeout in the 4th. Tying run on first base, Mangano. Let's get set for 1-0. And deals inside, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Got to throw strikes. You can't walk this guy and put the tying run in scoring position and then put on the go-ahead run. Got to throw strikes to Dallas. The 2-0 pitch from Lutz. Just misses the inside corner, and it's 3-0. Lutz doesn't walk a lot of batters, but he is about to walk his second of the inning. Quick pick over, but back in safely on a dive is Mangano. Bottom of the order for Kenosha. Mangano just walked. Dallas, the 8-hole hitter, has homered. The 9-hole hitter, Council, has two base hits. So the bottom of the order is doing a good job of getting on base. And another base runner, a 4-pitch walk to Dallas, is going to put the tying run in scoring position with just 1 out. Now at the bottom of the order, Brady Council. He's 2 for 2. He doubled in the 5th off of Horoszko. Singled in the 3rd. But it's his first time facing Duncan Lutz. Lutz losing the zone here in the 6th. He's walked back-to-back hitters. First pitch of this at-bat. A high strike, swung on and missed by Council. Arm in the bullpen. Tough to tell, looks like Anthony Ramirez for Traverse City. Lutz trying to work out of trouble. 0-1 pitch to Council. He deals, and it's low in the dirt, blocked by Smallwood right in front. Smallwood knocked it down. But both the runners were able to advance as he couldn't find it. Now the tying run is at 3rd with just 1 out. Just need a ground ball to tie the game or a fly ball on a sac fly. And the infield's going to be drawn in to try and cut down the tying run on a grounder. One pitch coming from Duncan Lutz. Deals, and a strike right down the middle. 1-2. He needs a strikeout in a big way here. Recorded a strikeout of Collier in the 5th, his only strikeout. This inning has gotten a pop-up and 2 walks. 1-2, pitch to Council. Lutz, check swing. They're going to appeal it, and they say he did not go around. It was a close call in the check swing. First base umpire Steve Bartelstein says he did not go around. Would have been a huge strikeout. Now Lutz has to collect himself and try to get strikeout on this pitch. 2-2 now the count with runners on 3rd and 2nd and 1 away. Lutz is going to step off and re-get the sign from Smallwood. Because the infield's in, no one's there to hold the runner at 2nd, Dallas, so he's getting a huge lead. He would score on a hit. 2-2. Lutz deals. Council hits it to left. That's deep enough to score the run. Toole makes the catch. Run's going to score, and Dallas is going to get to 3rd. We're tied up at 6. Sac fly for Council. We are tied at 6. That's the first earned run given up by Duncan Lutz this season. It took almost 8 innings out of the bullpen for Lutz to give up an earned run. And he's got to be careful. He can give up another with 2 outs. If Taylor Darden gets a base hit, Darden doubled home. Counsell in the 5th was the last batter that Horoszko faced. High and tight fastball, misses, 2-0. No hits in the inning, but Kenosha's scored a run. Lutz walked a pair. And then he advanced on a wild pitch. 2-0. The foul ball goes straight behind. Out of play, now 2-1. Just miscues for Traverse City. Walk to Mangano and Dallas, put runners on first and second, 1 out. And a ball that was blocked by Smallwood, but he couldn't find it, allowed the runners to go to third and second. That allowed the sac fly to score a run. Otherwise, that fly ball by Counsell would have just moved the runners maybe to third. Definitely would have moved Dallas to third still, or Mangano to third. Dallas may have stayed at first, maybe got to second, but the game wouldn't be tied is the point. Count 3-1 to Taylor Darden. Three-1 to Darden across the knees, and the count goes full as Lutz tries to end the inning and strand the go-ahead runner aboard. Full count pitch coming, 2 outs, tying run on third. Lutz deals, hit to third, and through the glove of Garcia. It's going to be a run. Right under the glove of Garcia. Kenosha has taken the lead. Rebound's going to go to the bullpen. We'll be back on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Pit Spitter Radio. New pitcher for Traverse City, Anthony Ramirez. Enters for Duncan Lutz, inherits a runner on first and 2 outs. Pit Spitters down a run. Kenosha with 7 runs in the last 4 innings. They've scored in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, here in the 6th. 2 runs the last 3 innings. A chance for more with Darden at first. James McCoy at the plate. Ramirez from Cal State Stanislaus has made 3 prior appearances. 1 out of the bullpen and 2 starts. Got knocked out of the rotation after allowing 7 runs to score in 10 innings on the mound, 12 hits, 6 walks. Made his first relief appearance 2 days ago against Rockford, pitched a perfect 9th inning with a strikeout to seal a 6-1 victory in a sweep. Count to McCoy is 2-1. Deals on 2-1. Fastball first strike. Runner going for second. Throw gets into center field. Darden's going to go to third. Stolen base for Darden to get to second. The throwing error by Smallwood moves him to third. Would score on a base hit or a pass ball. Pitch was a strike, 2-2. From Ramirez, he freezes McCoy. Gets out of the inning, but Kenosha takes the lead with 2 runs. They're up 7-6 as we go to the 7th inning here on Pit Spitter Radio. Welcome back to Simmons Field in Kenosha, 7-6. The Kingfish have stormed back. They've scored 6 unanswered runs. Once trailing 6-1, now leads 7-6. Alec Atkinson leading off here to start the 7th, top of the order next. While Kenosha has scored their 7 runs and only left 4 men on base, Traverse City has scored 6 runs and left 11 on base. Stark differences in efficiency between these teams. Adding up the total numbers, 10 hits for Kenosha with 2 walks. That's 12 men that have reached base. For Traverse City, it's 7 hits. It's 6 walks and then 3 hit by pitches. That is 16 base runners. Count, 2 balls, no strikes to Atkinson. Second baseman's 0 for 3. Wayne Scott finds the zone with the fastball. Pitch from Wayne Scott. Misses off the outside corner, but a strike's called anyway. And the count's now 2-2. 2-2 from Wayne Scott. And Atkinson will send one through the right side of the infield for a leadoff single. Top of the order now, up for Traverse City. Christian Beal, for the 5th time in this game, up. He is 1 for 3 with a double, reached on an error, and is also walked. He's scored 1 run. Beal facing Wayne Scott for the first time. Takes a breaking ball low and away. Beal hits in every game he's played for Traverse City so far. That's 6 games, 6-game hit streak. Quick pick over. Atkinson dives in safely just ahead of the tag by Tobias. Beal has a streak of 3 straight games with multiple hits. So if he gets a hit here, he would continue that and have multiple hits in 4 straight games. 1-0 the count. Another pick over. Atkinson dives just in again. Getting in there just safe. Getting an aggressive lead off of first. Thinking about maybe stealing to get the tying run scoring position, but top of the order up, you don't want to run into an out. 1-0, Wayne Scott deals. Beal on the left side, past a diving Dallas into left field. And it is 4 consecutive games for Christian Beal, getting multiple base hits. Top of the order, producing again. Now this is a very interesting spot to be in if you're Josh Rebant. The third base coach and manager of the team is going to call time and call his runners together and his hitter Smallwood to talk about the situation at hand, because Jake Smallwood is one of the best hitters on the team right now with a good hits for a good average. Although his season average is a little below 300, you got to look at what he's done recently. In the last week, he has been destroying the baseball. Got a few multi-hit games, a 3-hit game, a 2-hit game mixed in there. He's been on base multiple times in this series. He's been on base 4 times today, a hit by pitch, 2 walks, and a fielder's choice. He had a home run yesterday, had a single in game and a single in last night's loss. He had a walk and a single in game 1. So I don't know if Josh Rieben's going to have him bunt that run over to third and second or have him swing away. It's dangerous to swing away because you can hit and do a double play. I would just play it safe and bunt, but we'll see what the call is. Wayne Scott does a little fake move and looks at the runner, Atkinson, at second. First baseman Tobias in on the grass. Third baseman Dallas in on the grass, protecting if Smallwood does bunt, trying to sacrifice the runners over. Doesn't show bunts. He takes a ball in the dirt that's knocked down by Collier and blocked. So Jake Smallwood might not be bunting here. One and 0 after the first pitch ball. Wayne Scott deals. Smallwood takes a strike across the knees on the fastball. Now it's 1 and 1. One and 1 the count, 2 runners on base. And he goes after a fastball and fouls it straight back. During the current 5-game hit streak for Jake Smallwood, going back to June 9th against Kalamazoo, he's got 9 hits and 19 at-bats. Got 3 RBIs in that time and has walked 4 times. That 9 for 19 is good for a .474 average in his last 5 games. That's including his fielder's choice tonight. He's down 1 and 2. Got to protect the plate here. Pitch coming from Wayne Scott. Slow chopper, too slow for 2, but Tobias will flip in time to get the out at first. A good at bat by Smallwood to not go down on strikes, to protect the plate and get a ball in play, move those runners up 90 feet. So now the tie-in run for Traverse City is at third. The go-ahead run is at second. 1 out here in the 7th inning. See how Kenosha plays it, if they put their infield in or not. Looks like they will not. So a ground ball by Summerhill will tie up the game. So just needs the same exact play as Smallwood. Just put the ball in play to get the run. A fly ball would do it as well. Atkinson's a good runner from third. He's got speed. First pitch, Summerhill holds. Called a strike on the outside corner. A couple inches off the corner. But it's been that strike zone all series long. 0-1 to Summerhill. Colin is 1 for 3. RBI single in the first. His last 3 at-bats have gone strikeout, ground out, and a walk. He was the first batter to face Wayne Scott, and he walked on 4 pitches in the 5th. Just need a ball in play here. He holds on a breaking ball outside. 1 ball in a strike is the count. Summerhill, a good hitter, was well over 300 last year when he finished his temp contract with Traverse City. 1-1 count. Wayne Scott's pitch. Misses outside. Now 2 balls in a strike as Summerhill tries to get himself into a favorable hitter's count. Two and 1 to Summerhill. Marshall Toole on deck. Looking for a pitch to hit. Got one, but he popped it up on the infield. Catch made by Tobias. Can't tag up on that. It's the one thing you can't do is pop up on the infield. A failed at bat. And Traverse City, a team that frankly has been pretty bad this season with runners in scoring position and less than 2 outs. I mean, they had bases loaded, nobody out in the 3rd inning, and they only scored 1 run because of a 2-out walk. Failure to execute is the reason they're losing right now. First pitch to Marshall Toole. Checks his swing on a breaking ball. Toole is 0 for 3, has reached once on a hit by pitch. Looking for a base hit to tie the game. Swing and a miss. Chases one low and in. One ball and a strike. Runners on 3rd and 2nd. 2 away here in the 7th inning. And Toole, another swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. It's now 1-2. Wayne Scott trying to get out of the jam. His 1-2 pitch. And Toole chases another pitch. And Traverse City once again fails to score a runner from 3rd with less than 2 outs. The reason that they're losing right there. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Pit Spitter Radio, top of the 8th inning. Quick 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 7th. New pitcher for the Kingfish, Blake Militesnik. Militesnik making his 5th appearance on the year. A redshirt junior from Eastern Illinois University. Has an 0-2 record. His last appearance, 3 innings against Wisconsin Rapids. Gave up 2 hits and a walk, allowed 2 runs to score, 1 earned. Here against Traverse City, trying to hold the 1-run lead and turn it over to their closer in the 9th. Jesse Wainscott in line for the victory after his 2 1/3 scoreless. 0-2 to Traficante. Trapp will foul one away and stay alive. Traff in the game, 1 for 3, 2 RBI single in the first. Then he was hit by a pitch in the 4th, came around to score. Other than that, he's grounded out in the 2nd and struck out in the 6th. Down 0-2. To Traff. Fastball fouled off the right side. Traff stays alive. Little number crunching. Traverse City's 4 for 18. With runners in scoring position in the game. They are 2 for 9. With runners in scoring position less than 2 outs. Those low numbers are the reason they trail by 1. They left 8 runners on base the first 3 innings. They've left 13 on for the game. Ball, 2 strikes. Trapp tried to check his swing on a high fastball and was not able to, so he'll go down swinging for out number 1. Hunter Tabb checks his swing on the first pitch. Didn't go around. Tabb's 1 for 4, a single in the 3rd, came around to score. Sends one down the right side and foul out of play. Pit Spitters were trending in the wrong direction at the start of the season. They lost 5 in a row, fell to 2 in 6. Then they turned it around at home and were looking like an unbeatable team, just like they did last season. 6 wins in a row. We're 8 and 6. Now they've lost 2 in a row here to Kenosha, in jeopardy of a 3rd. Just a trending team. You don't know which team you're gonna get. Tabb shoots on the right side and past the second baseman Council for a 1-out hit. Multi-hit game for Hunter Tabb. Pit Spitters will have the tying run on. Same spot they were in last night. In the 8th inning, they had the tying run on first. In both innings, 8th and the 9th, they got the tying run on base and weren't able to really even move them around. Let's see what Trey Truitt can do with the tying run on first. Truitt is 1 for 2. He's walked twice and he has doubled. Holds up on a first pitch breaking ball down the middle for the first strike. Truitt has a 1 run scored. And he grounded out in the 3rd inning as well. So he's 1 for 2. Holds on a low fastball. Takes it for ball 1. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Tab on first, not the quickest runner. So even a ball in the gap might not tie the game. 1-1 to Truitt. Rips one right at the second baseman Counsell. The return throw to first is just late as Tab dives in safely. Truitt squared that one up and hit it hard, but directly at the second baseman Counsell for out number 2. So now the batter with 2 outs. The tying run on first, Ariel Garcia. He's 2 for 4, 2 singles, 2 strikeouts. Chases the first one. Swing and a miss. A ball a little off the plate. Garcia had an RBI single in the 4th. That was the Pittsburghers' 6th and final run thus far. Then he takes a fastball right down the chute. Chase the one outside, watch the one down the middle. And that's how you get down 0-2. The 0-2 pitch to Garcia. Ripped to left, but it's going to hang up because of the wind. And it's going to get caught by Mangano and end the inning. So that ends the inning. The tying run gets left on, and we'll go to the bottom of the 8th here on Pittsburgh Radio. Bottom of the 8th inning here in Kenosha. Traverse City down a run. 7-6. They had the tying run on base in the top half. After Hunter Tabb's 1-out single, didn't move off of first and was left stranded to end the inning. So we're here in the 8th. Parker Stinson will lead off. He's 1 for 3. Anthony Ramirez still on the mound for his 3rd inning out of the bullpen. He's looked good. He came in the 6th inning and got a strikeout of James McCoy, then went 1-2-3 in the 7th. He's retired all 4 he's faced. A foul ball here from Stinson, ripped one a little early, down the right side into the seats. Kenosha in the game, 7 runs on 10 hits and 2 walks, 12 total runners. Traverse City, 6 runs on 10 hits, 3 hit by pitches, and 6 walks. That's 19 total runners. Kenosha's left 4 on base. Traverse City, 14. Parker Stinson works a 2-2 count. 2-2 from Ramirez. Stinson way out in front of a changeup. goes down swinging, out number 1. Anthony Mangano stands in now as the hitter. He's hitless 0 for 2, but he was the first of 2 walks in the 6th against Duncan Lutz. And both him and Dallas, who walked, would score. Those are the difference makers, those 2 free passes from Lutz. Those were runs 6 and 7 for Kenosha. Mangano looking for his first hit, a left fielder from Iowa. Takes one inside. The count 1 ball and a strike. 1-1 from Ramirez. Mangano a little late on it, fouls it off the left side. It's going to go into the seats. Now 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes to Mangano. Pitch from Ramirez. Inside, missing the spot. Now 2-2. Count even up again. Two-two from Ramirez. Misses inside again. That one missed badly. It was spiked about a foot in front of home plate, and the count will go full. After getting ahead 1-2, back-to-back non-competitive pitches. On the full count, it's grounded to second. Tab backhand cuts it off. Flip to Ramirez is in time for the out. An impressive play by Hunter Tab, ranging far to his right and backhanding the ball, turning around and just flipping it overhand to Ramirez. A perfect toss as he was covering the bag. So 2 outs to start the 8th inning for Ramirez. He's retired all 6 he's faced, and now Michael Dallas, the hitter. Dallas is 1 for 2 with his solo home run in the 3rd. He walked in the 6th and came around as the go-ahead run. First pitch him in this at-bat. Fastball for a strike on the outside corner. Traverse City not out of it. They're only down 1, and they've got the top of their order coming around. Chopper snagged by Ramirez. He'll take it all the way to the bag himself. That will end the inning. We go to the top of the 9th. Traverse City down a run. They'll have Alec Atkinson in the top of their order. Last chance to avoid a 3-game losing streak. Be back on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Pittsburgh Radio, top of the ninth. Last chance for the Pittsburghers. They'll have 9 and then top. They're facing Grayson Thurman, the Kenosha closer. This is his 8th game of the season, but he is a perfect 5 for 5 in save opportunities, including last night. Had to come into the 8th inning and achieve a 5-out save. In that 8th inning, the Pittsburghers had runners on the corners with 1 out. Couldn't score a run, though. Something that we have seen time and time again this season. Alec Atkinson down 0-2 to Thurman. He's 1 for 4 on the night. And he's going to go down on 3 pitches on a ball off the plate. Gets the call. Three-pitch strikeout for Thurman, 1 away. Top of the order up for Traverse City. Christian Beal is 2 for 4 in the game. Beal takes a first pitch strike. Thurman 7 2/3 innings this season out of the bullpen. 31 batters faced, just 2 hits allowed, and 13 strikeouts. Beal hits one pretty well to right, but it's going to hang up for Antonio Brown, the defensive replacement. There's out number 2. Traverse City down to their final out. Biggest stat that pops out is Thurman in his 7 relief appearances, no runs allowed, ERA of 0. Last chance, Jake Smallwood, the catcher. Smallwood is 0 for 2, but he's been on base 3 times. Hit by pitch and a couple of walks, well out in front of a splitter from Thurman. Smallwood has the capability of tying the game with 1 swing. Hit a home run yesterday. A solo shot in the 5th. Tall task, though, for a guy that's only given up 2 hits to 33 batters. Smallwood takes in the dirt. Now it's 2-1. Two and one to Jake Smallwood. Pitch from Thurman. Smallwood to right. Brown comes in on a dive, makes the catch, and that will end the ball game. So Traverse City loses 3 in a row. They blew this game. They were up 6-1. Allowed 6 straight runs. 3 straight innings. 4th, 5th, and 6th allowed multiple runs in all those innings. And they've lost their 3rd straight to Kenosha. And they are back below 500 now at 8-9. Kenosha at 10-7. So they entered this series 1 game up in the standings. Now they're 2 games back. And they'll have to figure something out, or they'll get swept in 4 games here in Kenosha and then continue the road trip against the Woodchucks in Wausau. Nothing more to say. A blown ball game for Traverse City. They've lost 3 in a row, and they will play again at 6:35 Central Time tomorrow. Final game of the set.